Man, trying to see Longlegs was a hot fucking mess when it came out, and when I finally did have the free time and cash to see it, I got kicked out of the theater 20 minutes in because I had forgotten my ID. It was a hot fucking mess, and it was wild. But we're not here to talk about me trying to see the film last summer, or really even the movie itself. We're realistically here to talk about Lee. I would genuinely argue that Maika Monroe's portrayal of Lee Harker in this film is arguably one of the best performances I've ever seen. To start, she's always staring at something off frame, never looking directly into the camera or other people's eyes, uncomfortable around other people, and eye contact. She's always like twitching, even when she's trying to not. She's like unable to stay still, involuntarily moving around, and it's strange. When she's not aimlessly kind of shaking around, she's moving a lot like a doll, which is very interesting because it's foreshadowing for a twist that comes later on in the film. This is more of a sound design thing than a character thing. Most of it was probably added in post. However, you can always hear Lee audibly breathing. This makes a lot of the weirder and scarier scenes in the film just that, weirder and scarier. I heard some buzz on the Longlegs subreddit about how Lee might just be autistic, but to be honest, I don't think she's on the spectrum. I think she's just strange. To be frank with you, I think she's just weird. I mean, for God's sakes, she drives with her hands on 10 and 2. Who does that? Who actually does that? I don't know. This is such a weird character and such a weird person. She is a ginormous part of what makes this film so great and vulnerably eccentric. That, the editing, the writing, the other performances, some of the production design, the cinematography, it's all very unique, and it tickles my fancy. She continuously throughout the film keeps calling Carter sir, which makes me think that she's very well trained, but then later she'll do something like keep her finger on the trigger of her gun while clearing a house, which could be a very fatal mistake, because if you're spooked at all, which you can very easily be while your partner just got shot in the face, then you could kill someone in a millisecond, which is like one of the first things that they teach you not to do in training. This feeds into the whole Where's Waldo thing that the movie does, where they like linger on shots, and sometimes literally just Satan is visible in some of the shots, but sometimes there's nothing in the shots, and it's like you have to play like a whole game where you have to see if there's anything weird in the shot. It's freaky, and it keeps you on your toes and the edge of your seat throughout the whole film, and it's something I've never seen before. This could feed into that whole Where's Waldo thing. It could be something else. I'm not entirely certain. Throughout the entire movie, Lee keeps looking over her shoulder at something we can't see. I don't know if she's like hearing something behind her or something is arousing her like psychic abilities. She does this a lot throughout the movie, and I didn't even notice this until like my 4th rewatch. Hearing Lee spit out, "It's an algorithm," then making eye contact with Carter one of the few times that she actually does in the film, proves Maika's love of the game. Now see, I want to make a whole video about this, so I'm just going to cover this very, very quickly. But there's a difference between an actor who does his job to be famous and an actor who acts because they love cinema and the ancient tradition of telling stories. For example, despite being halfway decent in Immaculate, this horror film that came out last year, Sydney Sweeney is a hot mess and always seems super fake to me. She seems like she was genetically designed in a lab by Hollywood studio executives to be the perfect lily white actress. Meanwhile, actors like Maika Monroe or I don't know, Robert Pattinson or I don't know, pick your choose of any of the actors I've covered on this channel. They feel like they give everything they've got in every role that they're in, and they kick ass almost every time. You can tell the difference between an actor who's doing it for fame and an actor who's doing it for the love of the game just by watching them. Stuff like the extremely subtle, involuntary micro expressions that people make in real life. When you can replicate that and do it over and over again, take after take, and transfer that onto film, that's some real fucking talent. Because that takes severe control of your emotions and your face. It's wild and it's shocking. Like for example, when Lee walks into the house with the rotting dead bodies in it, there's a mild flash of disgust on her face when she smells, you know, death, the smell of death. It's really bad, one of the worst in the world, and you can tell even though that smell isn't actually there, she still reacts to it. It's wild. It's like she's actually experiencing the things that she's pretending to be experiencing. It's some good acting.